Um, Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Most of you guys know that I had a very big adventure yesterday. Um, yes, the courtroom was involved, but all I'm going to say about it is justice was eloquently served. And I have nothing to say about it. So, but for those of you who I've confided in, I will reach out to you as time permits. Because today I do the day job. And I'm off for a couple of days. Oh God, 6 hours in a vehicle. It really does hurt. My poor husband is resting and relaxing. He needs it. So, let's talk about what a sensitive can do when it comes to legal matters. There are really good tricks and vibrational pulls you can do. Let me elaborate. You know the whole thing where, you know the saying that, you know, you have the ability to manifest what outcome you want, and what outcome you want and what you want in your life. Well, let me elaborate a little bit. I'm trying to put it into words. That's why I'm kind of staring off into space for a moment. Thing is, a lot of people, let's say you did something you know is obviously illegal, and you just, you want to be off the hook. Well, if you did something obviously illegal, you do have to, pay the consequences. Now, there are spells and stuff to basically, like, hardcore change things, but it comes with a very high and very steep price, and not a lot of us can pay that back to the powers that be, wherever it comes from. Whoever heard your call and heard your spell and make it happen. And 9 times out of 10, if it's something you did wrong and you want to change it and get off the hook, it is possible. But forces of light listen to calls of justice, calls of balance, calls of protection, and all that good stuff. And if you are innocent, the powers that be that are of yin, light, good, will hear it, and they will come. But if you did something obviously wrong, and you want to get off the hook, and you don't want to pay the price, forces of yang, darkness, bad, will hear that call, and they will only help you with a price. For those of you that watch Once Upon a Time, y'all know about Rumpelstiltskin, right? He'll help you, but with a price. Yeah, that was a terrible laugh. I was trying to be like Rumpelstiltskin for a minute. Forget that happened. He'll help you. Those negative forces will help you, but for a price. Usually it's a price that is so steep and so dire that or it's something at the moment that you don't think nothing of. Let's say, here's a classic one. We've all heard these stories before, where someone wants someone else to fall in love with them, and at the time you are willing to forfeit anything for this person's attention and to be with them forever, And the negative forces are what is drawn to that, because you're breaching a sacred unspoken contract, the contract of free will. That draws negative forces to make it happen. And let's say that negative force tells you the price for this to happen is the soul of your firstborn child. At the time, you're willing to forfeit anything. Well, years passed, and you think, oh, I'm good. I've got what I want. But unbeknownst to you, that contract you made, it's waiting. It's there. It's not going anywhere. The only way to undo a contract like that is to tell the person you're with and to offer up forgiveness. Not offer up. What's the proper term? Whatever. Is to offer yourself to forces of good. Whoever you feel is, forces of good. And you apologize, and you have to be genuinely sorry and sincere to never turn to these forces ever again. And I can't say that it would save whoever it is the price is. It does come with a price. It may not come with a steep price after doing that, but it has to be satisfied. It's a very hungry side, the evil, bad juju side. We all know that, there is such a thing as good and bad. But when it comes to certain factors and certain energies, it is not good and is not bad. It is exactly what you are projecting it for. Like if you're projecting someone to get hurt badly, that's bad. If you're trying to project someone to get better and get well, that's good. Magic energies are just that, magic and energies. Like water is water. It only depends on how it is used. It depends on your will behind it, behind the use of it. So, I am not going to go into the subject matter on how to get off the hook if you've done something obviously wrong and obviously illegal, because I am not going to aid in that. I don't aid in that at all. Period. But if you're wrongfully misjudged and you get dragged into court for whatever reason, you get dragged into court, the best thing to do is to face the facts. And if you have evidence of certain reasons why you chose this path or that path, or said this and said that, or did this and did that, have proof as to why you did what you did or said what you said. Okay? We are human. And if you are wrongfully accused of anything, you have to keep a level head. And if it is very emotional for you, you just gotta try to keep your emotions calm. But I will tell you one thing. Anger. People automatically shut off and want to shut you up if you expose any anger and hostility. Just boop. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody has time for it. Nobody cares. If you're angry about something in a courtroom, you best believe they're not going to hear you out. They're not going to listen to you. Because if you're in a courtroom and you're angry, there's probably not a really good reason for it. That's how they look at it. Because if you're defending yourself and you're angry, now they might understand. But if you're defending yourself and you're emotional and sad, and it's upsetting you, psychologically, it means that you feel utterly wronged and you're hurt by it, and your character has been misjudged. When your character is misjudged, naturally you're going to be hurt and upset and be kind of pretty much upset that you don't feel like you're being heard and you're being miscommunicated. Well, you are miscommunicating, and it's really hard to try to calm your nerves down whenever you feel that way. It really is. And also, it's good to have these stones if you can get them through, security in a courtroom. Black tourmaline, obsidian, quartz, rose quartz. What else do I have? Oh, aventurine. Aventurine is good for speech. And sodalite. I don't really carry a whole lot of sodalite or lapis lazuli. I don't know. It's good for stress. I should carry it, especially lapis lazuli. But it's good to have labradorite with you too, especially when you're sensitive and you're in a courtroom, because naturally courtrooms have a spiritual dampener. Don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's intentional, because when you go into a place that is like state owned and it's something as earth-shattering for us little folk, like courtrooms, police precincts, offices, state and county orientated. It's just, it's like there's a natural spiritual dampener there, and you have to be pretty strong to blow past it. If you're not strong, you just gotta do your best. There are things you can do before going in those buildings. There are things you can do the day before going, or a week before going, to boost you up to a point where you can. But when you're done, you're gonna be tired. My thing is, whenever I overextend my abilities for a burst of period of time, I get really tired and I get super hungry. If I don't eat something, it's like for some reason, like, it physically drains me. Not so much as mentally, and Not so much as mentally and spiritually, but just physically. The first thing to go is physical for me. Other people, it could be something different, but always keep something handy in your vehicle or wherever you're going as soon as you're done with what you got to do in there. Now I know this one area. If you don't know, if you haven't grown up in this kind of area, you don't have a natural resistance to it. If you go into like a military base where, like, off the top of my head, Fort Sill, Fort Lee, whatever, places where, military folks live in and all that, those little areas, there is, and especially in some buildings, there is a mental and supernatural dampener all over those places. So I don't go up and disappear by the men in black. I'm not going to be at liberty to say as to why. Just know that I know. There's a reason. I'll give you a hint, and that's as far as I'll go. Men who stare at goats. Check that movie out. It may be funny, but there is some truth that they've turned into comedic relief. Like, haha, that's funny. Tell you what. It's not really something to laugh at. A lot of movies and stuff that is out here for the general populace to see has been poked fun at, degraded to the point where we don't take it serious. But if you take the funny stuff out and realize, the dangers and the different things that can be done with those little haha funny things that are being told to you, it's not something to laugh at. They do have that. Yes. If there's a movie about it, chances are there's something either A, in the works, or B, already in the works and not widely told us. But yeah, we all know Roswell was real. Deny it all you like. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions and own beliefs. I'm not here to tell you what to think and feel. Let's get that straight. I'm not here to tell you what to think and feel about certain things. I'm only trying to get you guys to think outside the little bubble that you're told to be in. I've seen things and know things and have seen and had proof go past my eyes and ears to not be able to deny. Because believe me, if I can deny something and say, oh, it's just in my head, I'm crazy, blah, 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 I have been proven so many times in my life that I'm not crazy, that I'm just, for lack of a better term, awake. I mean, I've willingly went to doctors and psychologists and therapists and and believe me, I told them, I said, are you sure I'm not crazy? I mean, wouldn't it be easier? Yeah, but you're not. And, against their practicums and all that crap, they say, we can't tell you that you're crazy when you're not. And we can't medicate you if you are not needing it. I'm like, well, okay. So, I'm sane. In a very screwed up kind of way. But it's okay. And if you guys want me to go further into any of these subject matters that I've kind of like touched on all over the place, just shoot me a message and I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I know. But if it's something that I don't think folks are ready for, I'm probably not gonna talk about it. And I'll give you the tools to go do your own research. So I'll give you leads. So I will leave you guys with this. I wish we all have a really good day today, and love and light to you all.